This is question number 24 on the higher calculator paper. So, reading the question first, I could see there's a triangle in there, and at the side of the triangle it says diagram not drawn accurately, so I can't take any measurements from it. The question says ABC is a triangle. AB is 8.7 centimeters, so A to B is 8.7, that's on the diagram. ABC is 49 degrees. Angle ABC is 49 degrees, and there it is. And angle ACB is 64 degrees, and there that is as well. So all this information here is on the diagram. The question says calculate the area of triangle ABC. So I need to work out the area of that triangle. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, so one of the things I've recognized straight away is that because it's asking me to work out the area of this triangle, I need to use the formula from the formula sheet. It's at the front of the exam paper. I need to use the formula area of triangle is equal to a half AB sine C. Now A and B, if I draw a little picture for this, if I had a triangle and that was angle C, A and B are the sides on either side of it. Okay, so I reckon I need to use that because this is not a right angle triangle. I don't have the height of this triangle. I have some angles and a length of a side, so I'm making I think quite a good judgment that I'm going to need to use this formula. So let's have a look at the information I have. I only have one side, so for sides A and B, I only have one distance there, right? So if I was going to use this angle 49, I'd need to work out the length of this side here. Okay, and in terms of the angles, I have these two angles. That there is the third angle. It's angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, so I could work out that triangle. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do 180, take away 64, take away 49, and again to make sure that I definitely don't make any mistakes with this, and this is the calculator paper, so I could use the calculator. I'm going to do 180, take away 64, take away 49 equals 67 degrees. So 67 degrees. So I've worked out this angle at the top here is 67 degrees. So what that means is I could use another technique to help me work out this side, and once I know the length of this side here, I'll have the two sides on either side of 49, and so then I could use this formula here. Alright, so what method do I use to work out the length of this side here, C or BC? What I'm going to do is use the sine rule. Now this rule is provided at the front of the exam paper as well, and I'm going to show my workings on this side over here. The sine rule is A over sine angle A is equal to B over sine of angle B. Now in this case I'm going to label up these sides, or I'm going to think about what they are. So that there and that are angle and opposite side, and that there and 64 are angle and opposite side. With 49 there isn't anything there, so I'm not going to use the 49. I'm going to use the 67 and the 64. So I need to use pairings that I know. So 8.7 and the angle opposite that is 64, so that's sine of 64 is equal to that angle there is 67, and that's what I want to work out, and I'm going to call that just BC. Yep, so that's going to be BC over sine of 67. And I'm going to work that out on my calculator, right? But I need to just get rid of this bit here from the bottom. So if I just sort of swap it around, BC is going to be all of this, 8.7 divided by sine of 64, times sine of 67. Okay, and I'm going to plug that into the calculator and make sure that I get my result. So 8.7 divided by sine of 64, close the brackets, equals, and I'll times that by sine of 67 equals, and that's 8.910. I'm going to keep it to 2 decimal places just for a certain degree of accuracy. So 8.91, and so that's 8.91. It's centimeters, so I'll put that in there, 8.91. And now, right, I have all the information I need to work out the area of this triangle, because if I call this A and I call this B and this angle is C, then I'm going to use that relationship to work out the area of the triangle. I'll put this over here, area of triangle ABC. That's going to be a half, and I'll put the formula, A times B times sine of C, so a half times, so 8.7 times 8.91 times sine of the angle between them, and the angle between them is 49 degrees. 49 degrees. Okay, let's just make this a bit clearer. Okay, 49 degrees. Don't think I did that properly. Let's just scrub that out. I'll put 49. So sine of 49 degrees. Just going to draw a line here to make sure that my workings aren't mixed up. Okay, now I'm going to get my calculator and get that to do all the hard work. So a half is 0.5, times that by 8.7, times that by 8.91, and then times that by sine of 49. Close the brackets, equals, that's going to give me 29.25141127. I didn't need to write down the whole answer for this, but even though that is my final answer, that's the area of the triangle, right? I'm not quite done yet, because the last part of the question says give your answer correct to 3 significant figures, and you need to remember this. When you're writing numbers to significant figures, you count from the front, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to cut it off there. But before I do that, I need to have a look at the last, or the next number along. That next number along is a 5. And if that next number along is 5 or more, then I need to do a bit of rounding up. So that 2 there is going to turn into a 3. So my final answer is 29.3 centimeters squared, and that's what I write in the answer space, 29.3 centimeters squared. Just raising that up so you can see it. That's it. Now, this is my complete solution for this question. Right, I made a little bit of a mistake here, but it just basically means sine of 49. Note the method that I used. Right, this is a common type question, but this is quite challenging for especially this stage of the higher paper. For those of you aiming for an AIA star, you should be able to do this, and you should be able to be aiming to get full marks in something like this.